Once upon a time, there was a prince who never laughed or smiled. Throughout the kingdom, his seriousness and loneliness were known to all. Some villagers looked at him and said that he never laughed, not even as a child. He was over young and always seemed very alone. A woman overheard the conversation and said to herself, I will make the prince laugh. I will make him laugh and cry. Just watch. She dressed in rags, her hair falling loose down to her shoulders. The woman with the small drum began to dance in front of the palace, and the prince went out on his balcony to watch her intrigued. Suddenly, the woman tripped over a rope and fell to the ground. The prince burst out laughing. Observing this, the woman became furious and said, May you never laugh again until you find the 3 oranges. The prince suddenly felt a deep sadness growing inside his chest, and this continued for many days until he decided to go and search for the 3 oranges to regain his happiness, and thus began the prince's search for the 3 oranges.
The prince walked for many days. First, he searched all of the neighboring villages through different forests, and one day he met a woman who dressed beautiful clothes instead of wraps. It was the woman who cursed him, but he did not recognize her. Where are you going, young travel? Asked the woman. I'm looking for the 3 orange, he answered. Oh, but they are very far from here, said the woman. The evil woman gave the direction. He can find it in a cave by the sea protected by 3 forest dogs. The prince thanked the woman and then bought 3 loaves of bread for his journey. The prince traveled north following the direction as the woman had told him. He found the 3 dogs, first one, and so on. He gave each one a loaf of bread until he reached the bottom of the cave. He walked towards the cave to find the orange tree. Without wasting any time, the prince snatched the 3 boxes from the table and ran out of the cave as fast as his feet would carry him.
After running for many hours, he came to rest in the shade of a tall tree and decided to open the first box, took out the first orange, and began to desperately ask for water, or it would die. The prince has no water, and so the first orange died. The prince didn't want to make a similar mistake with the second orange, and so he decided to continue on his journey. At the end, he took the second orange, and the orange asked for water or it would die. In his haste, he poured wine over the orange, but it too perished. The next day, the prince reached a river and opened the final golden box. Like the previous oranges, he asked for water, and the prince threw it into the river. Suddenly, a young princess more beautiful than the sun appeared. The two embraced one another and instantly fell in love. Then, without hesitation, they made their way to the nearest village, where they were married the next day and have a child. Then they set out to return to the kingdom. However, danger still remained.
The prince asked his wife to rest with the baby by a fountain, while he warned the king of his return. The mysterious woman appeared in disguise. "You have a very beautiful son, princess," said the woman. "Let me hold him so that you may better rest." The princess agreed. The evil woman offered to comb her hair, and again the princess agreed. While she was combing her hair, the woman stuck a pin in the princess's neck, turning her into a doll, and took the princess's place in the palace.
In the palace, the prince, seeing the appearance of her wife, was changed. The prince was fooled by the evil witch. One day, the old king passed away, and it was the turn of the prince to become king and rule the lands. In the garden of the palace appeared a dove, which was given to the young prince to play with. One day, the boy accidentally removed the pin from the bear's neck, and the bear regained its human form. "I'm your mother," said the princess, once returned. The prince, now the king, recognized his true wife, and after hearing the story of the princess, he ordered the impostor, the evil woman, to be imprisoned forever. And so the kingdom was happy again, full of laughter and love.